Hi and hello, this is High Physics channel. In this video, we are going to discuss few numerical problems on matter waves and de Broglie waves. This is the sixth problem in the state board syllabus, the bigger problem, numerical problem section of this unit 7. What should be the velocity of the electron so that its momentum equals that of 4000 angstrom unit wavelength of a photon? So the general formula is lambda is equal to h by p for de Broglie wave. This is the basic relation. Lambda is equal to h by p, where p is the momentum, which is given by m into v. So which is given by m into v. So v is equal to h by m lambda. So I take v this side and bring lambda to the denominator. So v is equal to h by m lambda. So what is given? Lambda is given here. Lambda is given as 4000 angstrom unit. 4000 angstrom unit means 4000 into 10 power minus 10 meters. So we can write it here also. 4000 angstrom unit means 4000 into 10 power minus 10 meters. So I am written here, right? H is Planck's constant. We know that 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. M is the mass of the electron, rest mass of the electron, which is 9.11 into 10 power minus 31 kilogram. So we substitute in the formula h by m lambda. So h is 6.626 in 10 power minus 34 divided by m, 9.11 10 power minus 31. We use bracket so that we don't make mistakes while calculating, right? So bracket, mass is inside the bracket, and similarly lambda is also put inside the bracket, 4000 and 10 power minus 10. So if we simplify this, the denominator we get this value 3644 into 10 power minus 41. Numerator is kept as such, 6.626 into 10 power minus 34. Therefore when we divide this 6.626 10 power minus 34 divided by 36440 into 10 power minus 41, we get 1.818 into 10 power plus 3 meters per second. That is the velocity, which means we multiply it by 1000, we get 1818 meters per second. So this is the answer. This is straightforward, simple problem. All the quantities are known. Lambda is given. Therefore we are finding out the velocity from the basic relation, right? This is the second problem, which is the 12th problem in the book back, right? Calculate the de Broglie wavelength of a proton whose kinetic energy is equal to 81.9 into 10 power minus 15 joules. Given the mass of the proton is 1836 times 1836 times that of the electron. So this is the question. We have to calculate the de Broglie wavelength. Once again we are going to calculate lambda by using the simple formula. Lambda is equal to h by root of 2 mev. We know that, right? Lambda is equal to h by root of 2 mev. ev is the kinetic energy part. So root of 2 mev. What is given? Mass of the proton is taken as 1836 times that of an electron. 1836 times of the mass of the electron. So we have to multiply the mass of the electron, which is 9.11 into 10 power minus 31 into 1836. Right? So if we multiply that, we get 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kilogram. So this is the mass of the proton we have to take. Therefore we are going to calculate the lambda now. H by 2 m ev. M is the mass of the proton, E is the charge of the proton, and V is the potential difference applied, or we can write E and V as the kinetic energy, right? So kinetic energy. Therefore when we substitute, we get 6.626 h, 6.626 in 10 power minus 34 joule second is the value of h, divided by 2 into mass of the proton is here 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kg into the kinetic energy E into V is given, right? E into V is given as 81.9 into 10 power minus 15 joules. So it is given in joules, therefore we can directly substitute as joules. So 81.9 into 10 power minus 15. Therefore when we simplify the denominator, we get 1.654 into 10 power minus 20, and the numerator we have only the h value 6.626 in 10 power minus 34. And when we divide these two things, 6.626 in 10 power minus 34 divided by 1.654 into 10 power minus 20, we get 4, approximately 4.006 into 10 power minus 14 meters is the wavelength associated with this photon, which has a kinetic energy of 81.9 into 10 power minus 15 joules, right? Now we see the 13th problem in the book back. The problem reads as follows: a deuteron and an alpha particle are accelerated with the same potential. So both these deuteron and alpha particles are accelerated with the same potential, same V. Which one of the two has greater value of de Broglie wavelength? So we have to find which has the greater wavelength, de Broglie wavelength, and which one has the lesser kinetic energy. So there are two parts, so we'll see one by one. First we should see what is deuterium. Deuterium is the nucleus of deuterium or deuterium atom, right? Nucleus of deuterium, which is the heavy hydrogen, okay? And alpha particle is the nucleus of helium-4 atom, right? Now we have to put a small table like thing, right? So proton, deuterium and alpha particles, right? Three things: proton, deuterium and alpha particles, charge and mass, right? So if we consider this proton as the reference, therefore so we consider reference with 1 unit. So charge of the proton is taken as 1 unit, and from that if we calculate the charge of the deuterium, which is also 1 unit, right? And charge of the alpha particle is 2 unit, because alpha particle is can be thought to be made up of 2 protons, so 2 units of charge. Similarly, if we consider the mass of the proton as the reference, which is 1 unit, then the mass of the deuterium is 2 units, right? It's twice the mass of the proton. So deuterium is 2 units and alpha particle is 4 unit. So this is the important table which we have to remember while calculating this problem or solving this problem, right? If we remember this table, then it is easy for us. The general formula is lambda is equal to h by root of 2m eV. So lambda is equal to h by root of 2m eV. The formula is similar to the last problem which we have solved, right? Now we calculate one by one. First we calculate lambda d for the deuterium, right? Lambda d is equal to h by 2. We keep these 2 as such. Then mass. So we refer the table. Mass is the 2 units of the proton. So I write twice the mass of the proton, 2 mp, right, into E. So I have to compare the charge now. Charge is only 1 unit. So I take the charge of the proton itself 1 unit, and this capital V. V is same. So it is for both the cases in problem it is given as same word. So we take it as capital V. So when we simplify this, we get h by root of 2 into 2 is 4 mp into eV. Similarly for wavelength of the alpha particle, we have to refer to the table and write h divided by 2 into, what is mass? Mass of the alpha particle is 4 units, right? 4 times that of the mass of the proton. So I write 4 into mp, 4 mp. And what is the charge? It is twice 2 units. So 2e into V. V is same. So we write it here. When we simplify this, I hope you understand. I will repeat once again. Lambda alpha is equal to h by 2 is in the formula 2. Mass of the deuterium is 2 units that of the proton, right? So 2 units means, sorry, mass of the alpha particle. Now we are calculating the alpha particle. So mass of the alpha particle is 4 times that of the proton. So 4 units, so 4 into mass of the proton into what is the charge of the alpha particle is twice, so 2 into E, right? 2 into E into V. Therefore when 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 MPeV is the simplification. So we get lambda D is this value, lambda alpha is equal to this value. Now we divide lambda alpha by lambda D. We find the ratio lambda alpha divided by lambda D. Lambda alpha is h by lambda alpha is h by root of 16 MPeV. So we write the same thing. Lambda alpha is equal to h by root of 16 MPeV. So mass of the proton into E into V. So we have to divide by lambda D. Lambda D is this one. Instead of dividing, we can multiply by the inverse of lambda D. So when we multiply by the inverse of lambda D, this will come in the numerator. So root of 4 MP E into V divided by H. So all the similar things gets cancelled out, and we have only root 4 in the numerator and root 16 in the denominator. Root 4 is 2, root 16 is 4. Therefore 2 by 4 is 1 by 2. Therefore the ratio of wavelength of the alpha particle to the wavelength of the deuterium is half. Similarly, we go with the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy of the deuterium is E into V. So EV, kinetic energy is E into V, right? So when we consider the deuterium, the energy is only 1 unit, so for 1 E. So into VV is common. When you consider the alpha particle, what is the charge? Charge is 2E, so 2E into V, right? So all the things will get cancelled and we have only half. When we divide kinetic energy of the deuterium divided by the kinetic energy of the alpha particle is half. Our kinetic energy of the deuterium is the half the kinetic energy of the alpha particle. So this is the answer, right? So we have to keep this table in mind while calculating such problems, right? Now we move on to the 14th problem in the book pack. The problem reads as follows. An electron is accelerated through a potential difference of 81 volt. What is the de Broglie wavelength associated with it? To which part of the electromagnetic spectrum does this wavelength correspond to? So first we calculate the de Broglie wavelength and then we will find out in which range it lies. So lambda is equal to h by 2 MeV. Or we can simplify this. In our textbooks it is given, one formula is given, lambda is equal to 12.27 by root V angstrom unit, that is 12.27 by root V into 10 power minus 10 meters, right? So 12.27 divided by V is given here as 81 volt. So instead of V we substitute 81, therefore root 81 is 9. Therefore, when we simplify this, we have 1.36 into 10 power minus 10 meters. 1.36 10 power minus 10 meters. So this value lies in the X-ray range. If you see the spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum, this 10 power minus 10 from 10 power minus 2 to 10 power minus 12 meters lies in the X-ray range. Therefore, this wavelength corresponds to the X-ray range. So simple problem, we can use this formula 12.27 divided by root V. Angstrom unit should be converted into 10 power minus 10 meters. Now we move on to the 15th problem in the book back. The book which I mean is the Tamil Nadu State Board 12th standard 12th textbook. The ratio between the de Broglie wavelength associated with the protons accelerated through a potential of 512 volt. So capital V is given as 512 volt. De Broglie wavelength associated with protons, right? and that of the alpha particles accelerated through a potential of x volts. So we doesn't know the volts accelerating potential of the alpha particles is found to be 1, but what we know, the ratio is 1. Find the value of x. So the formula is the same one, lambda is equal to h by root of 2m ev. Now we have to write the table, similar table, except deuterium we have to write only proton and alpha particle. So charge, mass, proton, alpha particle. Charge is 1 unit, which is the reference, proton is the reference 1 unit, and for alpha particle it is 2 units. So mass is 1 unit, for alpha particle mass is 4 units of this value. So we use this chart and find out the lambda p. Lambda p is the proton. Wavelength of the proton is h by 2m E into V. V is 512. So 512. So charge is also 1 unit and mass is also 1 unit. Therefore charge is 1 unit E, right? So h by root of 2m E V. V is given as 512 volts. So we apply 512 here. And we simplify this. What we get? 512 into 2 we have to multiply, right? Now we go with lambda alpha. Lambda alpha is, for alpha particle, the charge is 2 units and the mass is 4 units. Therefore h by 2 into 4 units of mass and 2 units of charge, and we don't know the value of the voltage, applied voltage. So we put it as x here. In the problem it is also given as x volts. Therefore h by, multiply 4 to the 8 to the 16 mex, root of 16 mex. Now we have to find out the ratio. So we write alpha p by lambda p by lambda alpha. So lambda p is h by root of 2m e into 512, right? And what is lambda alpha? Lambda alpha is h by root of 16 me into x, right? We doesn't know the voltage. So instead of dividing, we are multiplying by the inverse, right? Now all the things will get cancelled. We have only root 16 in the numerator and 1024, root 1024 in the denominator. What is given in the problem? This ratio, lambda p, wavelength of the proton to the wavelength of the alpha particle, is given as 1. Therefore lambda p by lambda alpha should be equated to 1. So that is what we are doing here. Lambda p is this value and divided by lambda alpha and should be equated to 1, right? Therefore root 16x divided by root of 1024. 16x is here, root 16x is here, and root 1024, 512 into 2. So root 1024 should be equal to 1. Then when we take the root in the numerator, we get 4 into root x divided by 32, right? 32 square is 1024. So 32 is the root of 1024. It should be equal to 1. Therefore we move this to the other side. So 4 into root x is equal to 32 into 1, that is 32. Therefore root x is equal to 32 divided by this 4, that is 8. So for root x is equal to 8, then x is equal to 8 square, that is 64. Therefore x is equal to 64 volts. Therefore the voltage that accelerates the alpha particle is 64 volts. So this is the value of x. In the next video we will discuss Davison and Germer experiment, which is served as the proof for the de Broglie hypothesis. If you like the video, kindly share, subscribe and click the bell button. Thank you.